Oh, speak, bitch. Come on now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the After Party Hangover. I am your host, Mangrio Fueled, and this is a show that talks about a show that talks about a show. And this is a special collaborative After Party Hangover tripod episode. However, before I get interrupted at every turn, I just wanted to add this in the beginning of discussing the latest SRAP podcast. They brought up wrestlers and acting and how people are so shocked about the wrestlers turned actors and how good they are at it. Well, this was my thoughts about that, Sheriff. In regards to people saying wrestlers being surprised they are good actors, Batista, for example, I think it's how fully functional adults are impressed when Down syndromes are able to leave the bathroom not covered in their own feces, like, oh, wow, such a good job. You should be proud, buddy. I'm going to tell everybody how proud we are of you. People just think wrestlers are meathead nincompoops who can only oil up and fake fight other nincompoops. That's how I think it is. But in regards to this episode, Sheriff, we're gonna start with the after party hangover, and then the tripod will mainly be TNA Rebellion talk. Just giving you a head, I'm giving you the cliff notes to the hangover tripod just for you, Sheriff, because I know you're watching. But let's get the boys in and get this shit show started. All right, we got the guys here now, and it's now time to start talking about SRAP episode 182, Spicy Shenanigans. Of course, I always look forward to finding how they got the title to this episode, and I actually love the way they found the title to this episode using the Grok. Once Grok is going to be the new fucking producer of this show. Grok coming out with Spicy Shenanigans. It's a name of a game show where Down syndrome people eat hot wings. Kudos to you, Grok. But the pod started off with an interesting question from old Jake. He wanted to know, he asked Zanko, what animal do you think you can fight and win realistically? Which is funny and kind of coincidental that just today, as we record, a trend started on, I saw it on X first. One gorilla versus 100 men, who would win? And it's such a simple question, but boy, does everybody and their baby's mama have their opinion, mostly leaning on the gorilla side to murder everybody. but, but speaking of man versus beast, Caesar, what animal do you believe you can fight and win realistically?
Why are you lying to the people? You know, only 4 people listen to this show, and they're all in the group chat. You literally asked, "Is this a new thing?" It's all over my social media after I
Hey,
posted about it.
we could get a stray. We can get a couple strays, maybe a couple strays.
All right, sorry for the new people here. We bust balls here. But anyway, are you asking me the SRAP question, or are you asking me the dumb gorilla shit?
No, this is the SRAP question. What animal do you think you can fight and win realistically?
A dead chicken, because I eat them niggas all the time. Shut the fuck up, Jake. You're not beating a fucking coyote. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
The fuck,
we're watching
nigga,
this shit.
a dog can kill you. Okay, dogs' bites can rip through tendons and shit, and you can bleed out. Okay, a fucking fried chicken. Okay, about I don't know how many steaks are in a cow, so I probably can't defeat the cow, but I can eat a whole bunch of fucking steaks, nigga. Whatever that processed shit is at Taco Bell, 50 lemon tacos. I can eat them shits. 18 Big Macs. Okay, some shit like that. I'm not fighting no fucking animal. Animals are fucking crazy. Even those geese that don't move out the way in the middle of the fucking street, them shits can bite your ass on some fuckery. Uh, yeah, I'm not doing it.
Well, Caesar just tippy-toed on my answer, but before we get my answer, Sticks, I must ask you, what animal do you think you could fight and win realistically?
Realistically, fuck. I mean, realistically, I'm not gonna try to get in a fight with any fucking animal because I used to live out on a farm and I see shit. I worked on fucking chicken farms. I see shit too. See, I'm right. I'm with Caesar on that shit, man. A lot of people seem to size up chickens and they're like, oh fuck, they're nothing. Fuck, they are. These goddamn things are like the fucking ninjas of fucking birds, man. These things got fucking talons. They got fucking beaks. These fuckers move quicker than you think. If I had to say anything, and I don't know if you really want to consider it an animal, fucking kill a gardener snake. That might even be a fucking iffy battle. I mean, realistically, we're not trying to fight any animals because we see fucking when nature attacks. I mean, we see this shit. I mean, seriously, we got a white guy, a Mexican, and a black guy. And I think all three of us are on the same boat, rowing away from fucking animals. We ain't fucking with any goddamn animals. So I mean, if I had to pick, maybe a gardener snake. Then I thought about this when I did this gardener snake. Then I thought about a cool answer, but yeah, I cut that fucker up. I'd have my knife and a flint. I'd fucking start my oil fire. I'd grill that fucker up, and then I'd eat that fucking shit on kebabs, fucking doing a victory dance. But I ain't even doing that fucking shit either because for one, I ain't fucking Bear Grylls. I ain't gonna fucking have a flint and a knife. And I ain't gonna do this shit either. But I mean, if you want to talk realistic, probably a fucking gardener snake, maybe if as higher up as I could get. Otherwise, anything else, fuck, they're gonna fucking outrun my fat ass. I'm gonna have a fucking asthma attack, or I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack at the time, and someone's gonna roll up on me, and that goddamn chicken's gonna be pecking my eyeball out and fucking just ripping my goddamn skin off my bones.
So I listened to the podcast multiple times, as you fellas know. Upon the first listening, I was like, hurt an animal? I'm an animal lover. I'm the cat dad. I'm not gonna hurt any animals. I love animals. Why would I hurt an animal? And then I heard Jake go off on his soliloquy about I can take a coyote. Bitch, you can't take a fucking coyote. You can't even sneeze without breaking your ribs. That's why Zanka had to be careful chopping your fat ass. But I digress. Upon second listening, huh? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give this an educated thought. I'm gonna entertain the notion. And then the third listening, I was like, I got it. I got it. And you both just tap danced all over my answer because all birds are assholes. All of them. They're all fucking assholes. But Caesar, the goose, that long fucking neck. You could try and bite me and peck at me all you want. Motherfucker, I am a wrestler. I wrestled in high school. I will grab your fucking neck. I'll choke the shit out of your ass, punch you in the head when you're trying to put. Every bird's an asshole. Not only do they shit in your car, but they taste delicious. So after I beat that goose, that decent mania 6, I will kill a bird. Realistically, that's the only animal I could take on realistically because coyote will murder me. Dog murder me. My cats, they'll eat me alive or dead. That's my answer. All birds are assholes. Fuck them.
Birds are dirty. If that shit breaks your skin and you get bird flu, you died. So technically you lost. Or it's a tie.
On my tombstone, it's going to say Mangria murdered Tweety before he got the fucking bird flu. But Cesar, are you on the line with Scott Steiner?
No, I wish I was.
Do you have a theory you would like to throw out there about the gorilla versus the 100 men?
That gorilla's beating the dog shit out of 100 niggas, okay? All right, I don't care. The only way the men have a chance is by location. So I've been thinking about this all day. If it's in a plain field, the gorilla wins. If it's in the jungle where it can swing and get around, the gorilla wins. It's hard enough to get 3 niggas to agree with you. You gonna get 99 more niggas to all figure out the same plan to kill the gorilla? Because the first 20 to 30, mollywopped. Easy. I mean, the gorilla might get more tired killing 30 niggas than the dudes are beating up the gorilla. I mean, what strength you would have to hurt a gorilla? Regular niggas ain't got that kind of strength. Okay. You need super niggas. You need like, the Mike Tysons, the Booby Lashleys, the Moose, Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar, Hogan in the 80s when that cocaine was pure. You need niggas like that. Okay. If it's a silverback gorilla, then you definitely need Stang. That's all I'm saying. You need niggas like that. Like niggas who can't die. Now, if we're fighting the gorilla in like a city, the gorilla still does have the tactical advantage, but I'm pretty sure at least 4% of the 100 niggas, one of them could steal a car and hit the gorilla with a car or something. You know what I'm saying? Nigga could get a crowbar and get lucky, hit the gorilla in the kneecap or a tendon. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even stab the gorilla. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about location. I still think the gorilla will get pretty deep in the city, but the niggas will have more shit to fight with. They can break into cars. Who knows what people got in cars? You know what I'm saying? They can hit the gorilla with a car. I mean, if they're in a building, like a warehouse, there's got to at least be 10 of them niggas that are forklift certified. Hit the gorilla with the forklift. Now we cooking. But, what?
May I float my theory?
I mean, yeah, I was about done. I was trying to wrap it up.
100 versus one gorilla. We're going to need, I'm not specifying race. We're just going to need, let's say 10 heroes. Out of the 100, we're going to need 10 heroes, 10 sacrificial lambs to allow the gorilla to eat all of them. And while they're being devoured, get as far into the fucker's throat as possible. Choke the motherfucker from the inside. The other motherfuckers can jump him, hold him down and shit, and punch him in the gut while he's choking, trying to breathe. They can cover his nostrils. Choke that motherfucker out. That's your only way to win if it's not in the city.
Gorillas don't eat people.
It will, if it's trying to fight for its life, it will do whatever it takes. But
It won't eat people. It'll bite them.
Sticks, any theories floated this way?
Well, you're also forgetting too. I mean, we've seen. I mean, this is obviously going to be a difference between reality and movies, but we've also seen a lot of movies where the fucking gorilla's going to rip off arms and legs and use them as fucking weapons.
Yep.
We've seen horror flicks, Mangria. You're going to rip off an arm. He's going to have a fucking sharp ass bone. He's going to fucking throw that thing like a lawn dart and kill like 2 or 3 fucking people by slicing right through a jugular. I mean, so we want to talk about even, uneven fight. I mean, like you just talked about. This thing's going to want to survive. So it's going to rip off a fucking arm and a leg and start using that as a fucking weapon. Yeah, I mean, the fucking gorilla's going to win because for one, I mean, the gorilla's gone fucking crazy. So it's going to have that fucking probably super strength. So, I mean, when we're talking like this, it might be on the verge of being like fucking the mix between like the fucking rampage gorilla and fucking King Kong that's going to be out there trying to kill 100 guys. So, I mean, you gotta have fucking if it's a fair fight, the gorilla's gonna fucking win. But also too, the gorilla's gonna do whatever it takes to survive because it feels like it's cornered. So like I said, you're gonna start ripping off an arm and a leg, fucking doing like fucking after it kills somebody, it's gonna fucking throw the fucking dead body, take out about 3 or 4 fucking people. Then he's gonna be able to jump and just start fucking ripping out jugulars and all this stuff. I mean, it's nature being fucking nature. This is a gorilla doing gorilla shit. I mean, this is what's going to happen. So, I mean, you can try to have a logical idea, but when fucking survival instincts kick in, don't do fucking survival shit.
So yours is doom, Caesar's is location, and mine is choke it out with 10 carcasses.
Mm-hmm.
All 4 of you who listen, let me know what you think in the comments. But I think, you know what it is? I think it's decades and decades of Nintendo poisoning young minds to think that one midget plumber can take out Donkey Kong, planted that seed in our brains like, what if there were 100 Marios? You see, Nintendo, I know what you're doing, motherfucker. You crap.
Yeah, but that midget fucking plumber was also taking shrooms.
Facts.
That's
and
right.
eating and smoking flowers,
That's right.
and he was on acid with stars and shit,
And smashing turtles.
and smashing turtles with
Crazy.
hammers. Yeah.
Well, moving on from that, this was a funny fucking episode. Zanka was on point this episode. They were talking about Jake and Travis Scott's music, to which Jake says, "I'm not a rap listener." Zanka says, "You're more of a Doors fan." Jake says, "Like the band, The Doors?" And the
Jesus
sheriff goes, "Oh yeah, not just opening and closing."
fucking Christ.
That made me laugh out loud. Oh, because I was listening the first listen, I listened at work. I was listening at work and I was alone in the ticket booth. So I was playing it on just I was playing it out loud on my phone. I was listening to it. I was all laughing along. By the way, speaking of Travis Scott, um, Travis Scott's WrestleMania song was fucking awful. Repeating Fiend over and over, repeating Timeless over and over, fucking terrible. It's supposed to get you hyped. It's the WrestleMania. This is the biggest show of the year. Songs used to get you hyped for WrestleMania. This was bullshit. But maybe they used these subpar songs because of how subpar the card looked. I mean, we had from WrestleMania 17, we had My Way, Tearaway from Drowning Pool, WrestleMania 18, Crack Addict, WrestleMania 19, Step Up, WrestleMania 20, Ladies and Gentlemen by Saliva, WrestleMania 23. We had songs that would get you hyped. But Cesar, what is your 2 cents about the horrendous ear pollution that was Travis Scott's theme songs?
Oh, you mean all that white shit that we used to have? Oh, lo
Yeah.
and behold,
Hell yeah.
lo and behold, they
Hell
want to.
yeah. That's right, Trump.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Lo and behold, they want to get some Jungle Bunny music so they can get more niggas watching the
So-
product.
So
Maybe
you
because
honestly think these are good songs that
well,
play
yeah, just the chorus is bad. That's because that's all they played was the chorus.
over and over and over? It
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, there has to be more to this song. Fucking, it was terrible. I hated it. It did not get me excited. The rest of the lyrics is not going to get you hyped for a fucking WrestleMania card. This was non-hype
Get me hyped.
music.
It is hype music. It's actually really good.
It's
Bitches-
not actually. Sticks,
Bitches love this song.
Sticks, I know you agree with everything Cesar says, but even you have to admit these fucking horrible songs did not get you hyped for a WrestleMania 2-night event.
Well, we're looking past the thing that for like the last 3 years they've had a weekend song as one of the fucking official theme songs. And Travis Scott, I mean, let's look at this as a business standpoint. Travis Scott has been in a storyline. He was there at WrestleMania night 1, so they're going to do that. I mean, if you listen to the whole song of Travis Scott, I don't think it's the greatest, but I mean, it's all right. I mean, if it's on the radio or it comes up on my playlist, I'm not gonna go shuffle it out. But I mean, if you look at it from the business standpoint, they've done the weekend for like the last 3 or 4 WrestleManias. They had Travis Scott because Travis Scott is somewhat currently in a storyline. He's aligned himself with John Cena and the final boss.
And
So,
he's
I
a
mean-
murderer. He is a fucking murderer.
That dude.
How does that not get you hyped? There's a murderer on TV walking around. You love horror shit.
OJ, I didn't give a shit. Fuck
OJ's
that. Travis
dead.
Scott. Travis Scott sucks. He shouldn't have been at the fucking show at all. That was
OJ
horrible,
doesn't have a song at
horrible
WrestleMania, and OJ's
horrible
dead.
decisions to get Travis Scott involved. Fuck his music. Fuck that guy. I hope he never comes back. But
Well, you
digress.
just said it was a mid card anyway, so what do you
It
care?
was
What are you
very
hyped
mid.
for?
It was very mid.
So what are you hyped for?
I just didn't like the music, Cesar. I just explained
You
all
said
of
it's
it.
supposed to get you hyped, but you weren't
It's
excited
supposed
for
to
the
get you
card
hyped.
anyway.
You're supposed to be excited about WrestleMania.
But you weren't excited for the card anyway, so it makes no sense.
I had hope. All of us had hope. Even Jake and Zenka had hope. Did you listen to the prediction show, Cesar? They had well, except for Jake. He doesn't care about it.
Yeah, what the fuck
But
you talking about?
Zenka-
Jake had hope.
Jake
shitted
doesn't
on
even,
the whole
Jake doesn't
card.
even watch. He doesn't even
Jake
fucking watch.
doesn't what? Jake watches Hulu versions of wrestling. What are we fucking talking about here?
Jake watches the X highlights of fucking WrestleMania. He don't fucking
He
watch
just
anything.
watches Raw, so he didn't know half the card, and he was not hype at all.
Oh, the build. When he said there was zero build, he was talking about Naomi and Cargill. That's what he was talking about. He did. I don't believe he was talking about Damian and
Oh
Drew.
no. I
He
went
just
back and
didn't
listened
know
to it.
about the street fight. He didn't know it was a street fight, but he
Yeah,
said there was zero build for Naomi and fucking Jade when there was like weeks and weeks and fucking
yeah. And
of
then
story.
no, he answered his own question. He goes, "It's zero build besides what? Revenge?
That's every
Yes, you dumb nigga. Revenge is built. Did we forget? I did it for The Rock. I mean, Stone Cold came back for revenge.
Jeez.
No, plus he said he didn't care about Drew and Priest and says their build started at the Rumble, in which he was wrong because it started at Mania, which he corrected himself because he watched WrestleMania and they showed the whole fucking year of build and how Drew never got to get his championship back at Priest. And by the time he was ready, Priest lost that shit to Gunther. So, I mean, there's plenty of build in every match except for the fucking New Day,
let's
except for
look
the
at this.
New Day and the War Raiders. That's the
That
only
that
match.
WrestleMania, that WrestleMania last year was a two-pronged story because you had CM Punk's involvement, which he got through, and then he also had the Drew build or the Damian build because he cashed fucking in. So it was, if you look at it, you had fucking you had two storylines and two story builds in like fucking a 5 minute altercation after a match. So I mean,
I could also argue that there wasn't much of a build for LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. It was more kind of like in the process, like, okay, we have a number one contender. He won the
Yeah,
match. He got the match. That was the story. I think the story behind that really is what's about to happen with Solo and Jacob. I think that's the bigger
yeah,
story
that's the
going on.
background story, but
Yeah, so
you gotta get the title
yeah.
to get there. And he didn't like win it like the SmackDown before WrestleMania. It was like at least a couple weeks where they had been going at it and talking shit, and then had the match.
So the actual LOL line of the episode came right after this. It was Zanka talking about his son. He goes, I know he's my son without a DNA test because of what happened to him. He said a dog got loose in his backyard and the rope burned the back of his son's knees, to which his son said, ah, my leg pits. That was, not only was it fucking creative, it was hilarious. And little Zank actually gets the LOL line of the episode. What did you guys think of that? Did it pop you?
Yeah, it was funny.
That was some good shit. One of these days he's gonna be a host of the SRAP when Jake offs himself. They also mentioned Benchwarmers. I like when they mention movies because Benchwarmers is actually one of my favorite comedies. It's fucking hilarious. It came out in 2006. Uh, the scene. Did you guys have you seen Benchwarmers, Cesar?
Bitch, you know I seen a movie about a bunch of retards trying to play baseball.
Sticks, have you seen it?
no, unfortunately, I
Oh,
have not.
No, this movie's fucking.
it's good. It's
This
worth
movie's
it.
fucking cooked.
It's worth it.
It's got like old school Saturday Night Live characters in it. Was it Rob Schneider? Fucking the black nigga. Oh, there's a bunch of niggas in it. You need to actually watch this
Napoleon
movie.
Dynamite, John Heater's in it. But yeah,
Yeah,
Cesar, do you remember when they first introduced Nick Swartzen character? He's afraid of the sun. And
yeah.
there was like a montage of him trying to get over it, and he opened the sliding door and stepped out into the sunlight. When he screamed, that was the first time I ever, because I was just dating my now wife back then. That's the first movie she's ever laughed that loud to, and that's what I'll always remember. And that's why Benchwarmers is gonna hold a special place in my memory because I never heard her laugh like that before. It made her fucking
I
bust
mean,
out laughing.
well, it's not really retards. It's kind of like nerds.
Yeah.
It's like a Revenge of the Nerds movie sticks. Like Rob Schneider, David Spade, and then David Spade's brother Nick. Nick
Yeah.
is like they're like nerds who grew up in life, and then like all the bullies are like coaches of a little league team. So like the nerd little league team was using this field,
Mhm.
and they just bully the nerds and whatnot. So Rob Schneider is like, uh, he's like, man, why y'all bullying these kids, man? Fuck you. He's like, I bet me and my boys could whoop your ass in a game, and it's like three grown men versus like a full team of like kids. and like Rob Schneider is like throwing gas so these kids can't hit it, and he's fucking homering everything. And then like so they create a John Lovitz is in it. John Lovitz is like a rich nerd, and he's like, all right, fine, we're gonna take all the little league teams who are coached by like Rob Schneider's bullies in high school. And he's like, we're gonna y'all play them. Y'all three dumbasses, and they call them the bench warmers. Y'all play them. Whoever wins, John Lovitz is building like the most ultimate baseball stadium, and that team gets to have it and whatnot. And just chaos assumes from there. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, he's banging like Molly Sims in the movie. Like Rob Schneider's married to like Molly Sims in the movie. It turns out back in the day, Rob Schneider used to bully the bullies because he was so much more smarter. They were like big and strong. Terry Crews is in it. Like, there's all these dudes in this fucking movie, but Rob Schneider was so smart, he would joke them about how dumb they were and shit, and he was like the biggest bully, so they couldn't bully him in school, and it comes out, so all the nerdy kids don't want to fuck with him and during the final game. It's fucking funny. It's funny as shit.
I gotta give kudos to Caesar's memory because I didn't even remember that much of the movie, but there were
Dude, that movie.
two things I remember was the albino in the sunlight.
Yeah.
And like you said, Caesar, they would play teams of kids. Well, remember that one team? They got the Mexican who was like 34.
Yeah, they got an adult Mexican
and a
and
mustache and everything.
he went to the ref and he said, "This is my birth certificate," and it said, "I am 10." It had like a $50 bill. And then he started cooking.
Hilarious,
and this guy played like AAA ball, so he started cooking him.
Yeah.
So they went to the store and bought this nigga tequila. So by the ninth inning, he's on the pitcher's mound. He's like, Maria! Maria!
I completely forgot John Lovitz was in it.
I love you, girl. And then he started throwing the ball, and they were cranking that shit. Yeah, that shit was fucking.
It's a good watch, Sticks. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find it on anything.
No, the training scene is the best because I think they got who's that nigga that cranked out them home runs? Black guy. I can't remember the baseball player that's in it.
Sammy Sosa?
No, it's like Reggie Wayne. No, something. You'll know him if you see him. He trains them by.
It's not the boner pill guy, is it? What's Frank?
No. It's not Hank Aaron. It's fucking like Willie Mays or something like. And then like he trains them by driving in a car with a bat. The nerds. He trains the nerds by hitting mailboxes. And they're swinging out of the car. And one nigga hits one that's like brick, and he's like, ah, and he fucks Nick Swanson hits one that's like brick, or John Heater does.
Oh
it's
yeah,
fucking,
it's a brick mailbox. Yeah,
it's like but they were like cranking mailboxes like driving by in a car, and it was fucking had me screaming laughing, bro.
We might have explained most of the good parts, but still check it out.
No. You gotta watch that shit.
It's good.
There's still so many good parts, but yeah, I'm sorry about the.
So underrated. It's such a good comedy.
The drunk Spanish guy is probably like top tier. That is like a top tier scene. It's like halfway through the movie. It's like a top tier scene.
The guy struggled to come up with the name of the Nick Swardson porn comedy from 2011, Bucky Larson. Do you guys ever listen to a podcast or the radio or a movie and the people in it are struggling to come up with the name of something so you shout it out loud over and over, hoping your voice will somehow jog their memory? That was
this is what I normally do, and you can tell when I'm listening to the pod when I'm like at home and not at work, because that's when I just write like 15 comments, and you can tell that I'm listening as I go. I'm like, you dumb niggas don't remember this, and so I was at work when I listened to it. I was also on break and I was like doing some work shit. So I was just kind of listening. But usually when I'm listening to the pod, I'm like literally on my phone with some headphones on. And I literally just comment so you can see the ticker like literally just go down when I'm listening to the pod. But that's usually what happens. Yeah, because they say shit all the time. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Well, it's not in my notes, but I could tell you now, like I told you, I was listening to it. I just put it on the counter and it was loud. And I was getting customers, and then they started talking about Hillary Clinton effing kids. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Like, you never know where it can go. You never know where it goes.
It's like when he listens to the tripod and Caesar rains down N-bombs.
Yeah, it's not my fault. You got your kid in your car and you hit play on a tripod episode, knowing damn well we watch all types of wrestling, and I'm probably going to be mad at AEW. That is your own. You listen at your own peril. that is your own fault.
Well, Sticks, have you yourself ever been listening to something and people been struggling for information that you easily have? So you shout.
Oh yeah, when I worked at the hospital, when I would listen to the episode, um, I'd be mopping a fucking stairwell, and the guys would be talking about like a wrestling match, and they're trying to remember who the other person was. Because and it does happen because you only remember like a highlight, but you only remember the person that was like one half of the person that was, or the people that were in it. And I would scream out the other person, and I would just happen to either just turn and someone would be opening the door and they'd be like, Everything okay?" Or I just happen to look up and someone would be staring down and be like, You good down there? I heard something. I heard some noise in the stairwell. It's like, yeah. I was trying to answer a question. I just accidentally screamed it out. I apologize, but yeah, I mean that stuff happens. I mean, I feel like it happened a lot earlier years with the radio when you'd be sitting in traffic and they would say that shit and everybody be thinking like I don't know about you guys, but if you're sitting in a fucking traffic jam, you're just having to look around, be like, all right, what's all these other fucking people doing? And you're seeing somebody like screaming, or you see somebody in a car alone just like saying random shit. I have a feeling I was that one person and they're thinking that I'm yelling at traffic, but it's like, no, I'm yelling at the fucking radio host because they can't answer the fucking question. They can't remember who the other person was in a movie or anything like that. So yeah, I totally agree. I've done that before.
I just remembered. I would listen. I worked at a hospital as well. It's kind of coincidental, and I would listen to the radio. Yes, kids, the radio station. I would blast it while I'm cleaning the hospital, and there was a radio contest about WrestleMania. And if you got the question correct, if you're like the 10th caller, you would win tickets to the show that was happening locally. Which WrestleMania starred a WrestleMania? Which Rocky movie had a guest spot from Thunder Lips, aka Hulk Hogan? I jumped on my phone. I was a 10th caller. Hulk Hogan. Yes, it was him. Got the tickets, was able to go to the show, but that was right place, right time, easy question for a wrestling fan. But good time. Sorry about that. Also, another close LOL line was when they were talking about WWE acquiring AAA, and Zanka goes, Alberto El Cool Ranch Dorito. Which, by the way, I hope they do get rid of that fucker. He's got to be cut loose if they ever want fucking paid.
You didn't hear that he lost the title like the next night and then got cut?
Oh, he did? Good. All right.
Like he lost the AAA championship the Monday after Mania and got fired.
And then Franco went and took a picture with him.
Do you know it? You know it.
In regards to people saying, oh, that's right. I already did that. Good food, surprisingly good food at gas stations. I can also relate to because Jake says he got great mozzarella sticks over there. Well, over here in our section, our town, surprisingly, at our gas stations, everything else is toxic. They make great hot pockets. Little hot pockets. They make great hot pockets. I don't know how they do it. They're all Middle Easterns. I don't know how they have the secret recipe for fucking great hot pockets, but they do. They're fantastic. Surprised me. Doesn't give me the runs. So thumbs up. But Cesar, are there any surprisingly good food options at your local gas stations?
Well, yeah, they're all chains. So JH, there's all the JH questions asking about like shit. I have never had breakfast at Sheetz. There is no Sheetz around me, but upstate there's a bunch of Sheetz. It stops kind of in Richmond, which is like 2.5 for me. Um, just a great lunch and dinner food at Sheetz. Their appetizer shit, they got like chicken tendies, they got tots, they got mott sticks, everything bangs at a Sheetz. Never had the breakfast, so I don't know. Of course, a Wawa, anything bangs at a Wawa. They make fresh food as well there, as well as Sheetz does. Shit, you can go to anywhere anywhere in the good racist South, and I'm talking good racist South, you can go there and get good barbecue at a gas station. I'm talking a pulled pork sandwich that'll change your fucking life. Will be in a piss ass gas station in good old racist South. Uh, you want good chicken? You go to any hood gas station, because I'm still technically in the South. Any good gas station in the South that makes fried chicken, that means them niggas dump the oil regularly. And make, especially at Roll Farms. Roll Farms is open like 24/7. That niggas chicken. God damn, Roll Farms chicken will save your life. 3 a.m. drunk getting to take gas on a good sauced up Friday. Change your fucking life.
Wow,
Uh,
I asked the right person this question.
yeah, you goddamn right, girl. 7-Eleven been all right. They kind of on the downhill, but they got good sandwiches in the cooler jank that you can take home and fuck them shits up later. Them shits be banging. But yeah, man. Yeah, Wawa, Sheets, World Farms, all them shits, man, bangers. But yeah, Jake crazy. Jake was like, I ain't getting in them. You take your racist ass to the South, Jake, because we know you racist, because they talked about that as well, which I thought was funny. Um, you notice he didn't like any of the matches with black people in it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He goes, I voted for the New Day. And then Zanka's like, yeah, you're probably like, oh, they're going to steal the match because that's what
Yeah. Which they did. And yeah, his racist ass still voted for him. He thought Naomi and Jade was trash as well when they was all right. It's the best Jade match I've ever seen in my life. Let's just be honest. And that's because Naomi
including her AEW fucking.
Yeah, Nick, I said match in her life. That includes every match that this woman has had. I mean, she fine to look at, but good Lord.
Well,
yeah, good food. If you stick to the South, I don't know how it is out West. I go to restaurants when I'm traveling like that far. But if you stick to the good old South, besides Florida, I probably would not trust a gas station in Florida. If you stick to old Virginia, North, South, Georgia, and then go racist like Nebraska, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky, girl, you can find some good. I only went to this gas station because I thought it was funny, but it was called a Come and Go, spelled K-U-M and go. Sandwich was banging in the Come and Go. I almost skied in the bathroom and left myself. I'm just saying, good food in the Come and Go. That's good old racist Kentucky where the Klan still lives.
That's where you got the idea for the crumb catchers. That Come and Go.
Come and Go. Yeah. Louisiana too. Good food everywhere in Louisiana. Goddamn.
Well, Sticks, all of our 7-Elevens are trash over here. You touch the wrong doorknob, you're going to get hepatitis. But Sticks, what foods in your gas stations surprise you, if any, up in your neck of the woods?
Well, in the town that I live in, we have 4 gas stations, and 3 of them are all the same franchise, and one really doesn't serve food because it's like maybe 10 feet away from Walmart. The only food they got is like your fucking Skittles, all that stuff. But we have there's a franchise here in Iowa. It's called Casey's, and we have 3 Casey's in the same city. And most of the time, if I go in there, I'm not gonna get food, but they have the best pizza. Like if you order to go to get it here, so they have like the best pizza. The only downside to it is, depending on who's cooking, it could be super greasy, and you can usually tell that right off the bat because if you open up the pizza box lid, the grease is already on the top. So I really don't eat much when I go to a gas station. I'm not looking to get much food. Like if I am, it's usually because I got to fill up on my way to go into a restaurant or something like that. But oddly enough, Cesar talked about Come and Go. We had a Come and Go here, but my friends and I would call it a sperm and split because everything else was like a Come and Go. But yeah, outside that, we only have, maybe we have one other one. It's like I think it's like a BP, but it's got like a secondhand Godfather's pizza in it. And I haven't ate there, but a lot of people said it's horrible. Like the crust is just horrendous. They said depending on the type of day, the chicken tendies are just either horribly overcooked or just terribly undercooked. I forget about it because it's on like the whole other side of town. But outside of that, I really don't get much to eat at a gas station. But like I said, we have one franchise that owns three, but they got the best pizzas. So if I'm hungry for a pizza that I don't want to cook, and if I want to wait, like, because the wait times are just they're so like once like two different sides of things. Like if you call at the right time, it could take like 15 minutes. Whereas if you call at the wrong time, it's gonna take like an hour. So and they don't tell you this when you're getting ready to put an order in. Because I think one of the last times I called to get a pizza, they're like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be about an hour and 15-minute wait. So just go ahead and plan accordingly, and we'll see you then. It's just like I kind of want to go ahead and cancel that because I'm fucking hungry now. If I'm hungry, if I want my food in an hour and 15 minutes, yeah, that's fine. But then I also didn't plan that I was going to be hungry in an hour and 15 minutes. But okay, but yeah, I mean, I guess my best thing would be you'd be more surprised when you walk into a gas station and if it looks complete trash, you're going to be actually surprised that it actually has good food because like most of the women of Instagram looks are deceiving.
No, they have trash personalities, so that actually
Hopefully,
makes
Sticks isn't speaking from experience here, but we'll keep that on the down low.
Nah, man, you go to a shithole restaurant, best food you can. I mean, if the chairs don't match, if it's like ripped tablecloth, and there's a motherfucker smoking a cigarette in the back.
If the health grade is C and below, you're gonna get some good food.
I tell you what, I've went to a couple of Mexican restaurants where you walk in, it's just like you think you see the faint chalk outline of a body. But I tell you what, those motherfuckers will do goddamn fucking tacos and margaritas like the fucking
The Lord's work.
Yeah. It's like you got Guy Fieri and fucking the world's greatest bartender back there, and they're fucking just killing it in between smoking a fucking Marlboro Red or two.
Yeah.
Well, on the same subject of food, Taco Bell breakfast was brought up. Speaking from experience, it's okay. It's nothing to write home about. The crunch wrap is more tortilla than ingredients. It needs more ingredients. But other than that, you're better off just fucking eating at home. Just stay home and cook some shit. But I mean, Cesar, what is your go-to breakfast fast food if you do have some?
All right. We had this conversation at work literally 2 days before this podcast came out.
Literally
48 hours. Now, I don't like McGriddles. The beef I have with McGriddles is they're too small.
Mm-hmm.
So they're being cheap there. They need to make them shits bigger because the bread ain't as good. Now, I do like McDonald's breakfast, but I only get two things. I'm either getting a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit combo with an extra hash brown.
Yes.
Or I'm getting a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel with an extra hash brown, large sweet tea. Done.
Yeah, because everybody goes with the sausage egg McMuffin, but the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, far superior.
Fucking slaps. It's number 3, bitch. Get it with extra hash brown. Fucking $9.86 after tax. Change your life. Okay. 2. I've had Taco Bell breakfast. It's all right. Ain't nothing to write home about. The Wendy's breakfast, their chicken biscuit, I think it got some like honey syrup shit on it. Shit bangs, it's just out of my way, so I don't go. The McDonald's is literally a straight shot from my house to the McDonald's. The next shopping center is where I work. Straight shot. That's why I fuck with the McDonald's. The Burger King sandwiches, banger as well. Don't get nothing else. But that shit is way too far out the way.
Burger King is 90% of my diet. Sticks, what is your breakfast go-to? I know you said that you don't necessarily stop as often as you would like to get food, but when you do for breakfast, what is your go-to?
Well, I usually do two things. One, as if you couldn't, I'm a fucking huge donut guy. So if when I'm getting off work, depending on how tough of a night it was, I do have a tendency to eat my feelings. So I will either do a 2-pack or a fucking 12-pack of donuts. If it's a shit night, I will fucking murder a 12-pack of donuts. If I want to get fucking fancy, your boy's gonna go through drive-through McDonald's and get about 3 orders of fucking hotcakes and some fucking and about not even 2 or 3, 3 or 4 fucking hash browns. And I will murder those motherfuckers on the way home. Like if it's a shit night, I'll find a fucking place to park. I'll look at the fucking sunrise as I'm fucking just murdering stacks of fucking hotcakes. I tell you what, boys, the other outside that, it's fucking either cheap ass fucking chocolate dipped granola bar, or if I'm fucking hungry, I'll wait till fucking McDonald's or Burger King starts getting fucking lunch. And then I'll just start fucking murdering fucking value meals.
Man, I'm hungry now. So as of recently, I have a new breakfast choice because I live in a town. It's Little Tijuana out here. They make a kick-ass fucking breakfast burrito, chorizo, egg, potatoes, and cheese. It's fucking massive. I go to this one. It's a restaurant inside a gas station, like in the back. It's barely visible. It's called Taco Man. I go to Taco Man, get the breakfast burrito. That fucking shit is delicious. Fills me up. Perfect breakfast option for this shit town. But gentlemen, I reached out to the peoples for some questions for this special after party hangover tripod episode, and I did get some. I'm gonna start with the co-host, the man without whom none of us would be here, the sheriff. He fed me a couple questions, and so here we go. Fuck, marry, kill. Hogan, Sting, Jake. Sticks.
Well, because he's the tripod brother, I'm killing fucking Stang because that motherfucker is the most unholiest fucking poltergeist fucking thing in the world. I guess I'm gonna fucking fuck. God damn it. I'll marry. Who are the other? Was it Hogan and you said Jake?
Hogan, Sting, and Jake.
I'll marry Hogan because he's got that American beer deal. So I'm at least going to be able to get drunk. So that way I can at least either black out while he's telling me about his fucking matches against Ultimate Warrior and fucking Andre the Giant. And also during that same breath, I'll be drunk enough. I'll be able to turn my back to face Jake and get like a fucking 5-second fucking pump and go with him and then leave.
Well, you paint a picture, Sticks. Caesar, fuck, marry, kill. Hogan, Sting, Jake.
Easy. You marry Hogan, that way he's gonna be racist and divorce me, and I get half off the top. So now I'm rich. I killed Jake because he's racist and a real life person, and I can actually do that. And then I fuck Sting with his own bat that he carved off of Jesus's fucking cross when he stabbed that nigga from back in the day. And then I stick the bat so far in his ass, it hits his heart, and his vampire ass disappears, and I'm like Blade walking out of that bitch. Quick money.
Oh, man.
Can I say this? Yeah. I will pay for a fucking Blade remix as fucking Caesar as Blade. That shit would be fucking gold.
I'm dropping silver nukes everywhere. I ain't fucking doing all this work. I'm like, oh, there's 100 vampires in there, dropping nuke. Calling in the drone.
I would kill Hogan because I believe he's a genuinely awful person.
All three are awful people. What are you talking about?
I would marry Sting because I do know he's a believer and he's rich. I would fuck Jake because he's got titties. I'll just titty fuck Jake. I won't go in his asshole. I'll just titty fuck him, give him, he's going to kill himself afterwards anyway because of the horrific imagery he's about to see. But that's my answer.
Would you titty fuck him next to his mama while BQ and Blokey are hitting it?
I would be high-fiving Blokey as I'm doing it.
There we go. That's the real answer.
Pass the Hennessy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who makes the better tacos? Ray Phoenix or Penta?
Penta, because he on that bullshit. And Ray Phoenix is usually hurt, so he's laid up. And Penta got to do the cooking. I know Penta's the better cook because he on that bullshit.
Oh shit. Uh, Sticks.
Oh, fucking Penta without a doubt. That guy's got fucking spices and herbs and all that shit. That motherfucker is gonna like. That motherfucker is gonna make you leave the restaurant walking like how he fucking walks into the goddamn ring.
Feeling
That
great.
shit. And Ray Phoenix, if I'm gonna roll up and the fucking cook that I'm gonna eat food from is in a half body cast, yeah, I'm not gonna trust them fucking tacos or burritos.
As Phoenix is walking to the kitchen to cook the tacos, he will trip, and that'll be it. He ain't gonna even be able to reach the stove. So Penta all the way, cero mero. We actually got a question from our old friend Chris Zank. A simple question on the same subject of food. Your favorite flavor of ice cream?
I don't think I have one favorite. It's ice cream. It's all good.
Sticks.
I'm a huge cookies and cream guy. I love fucking
Yeah.
I love the Oreo. I love the Oreo brand of ice cream. That's basically the only kind I'll buy anymore. So if I was a guy, I'd go cookies and cream.
Maybe French vanilla. I do like a good French vanilla.
I'm actually a sherbet fellow. I love me some rainbow sherbet, some good shit.
It's good. Shit's good too.
Also from the sheriff, Bill. Oh boy, build a Survivor Series team of people, yourself included. We just talked about this. To fight the gorilla everyone is mad at.
Ah, that gorilla's winning.
Wow, that's hella funny. Yeah, we're dead. There ain't no way no
Yeah.
one's gonna kill this fucking gorilla.
No.
We talked. That's funny that we talked about it already. You can swap your dick for another dick of your choosing, but you, oh God, you gotta taste test it before they put it on you. You in?
I'm picking Moose. I'll taste test it. Because Moose a real nigga. And he got the biggest dick in the world.
I am going Juice Robinson because I know he's been in that timeless pussy. And you
Damn.
know what?
So you get to, damn, that's brilliant. You get to taste the timeless one and then walk around with Juice dick.
Gotta go there.
I
Sticks.
bet Juice swinging for a white boy. He's swinging.
Well, he is your Owen Hart and your BBC.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Juice is the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Sticks.
I should have picked somebody
Yeah,
like
I gotta go. I gotta go with Juice. I mean, he's making, and every time he's fucking shooting to make timeless more and more timeless. So I mean, we're gonna do that. Plus, I mean, if you can be with that woman and you have that woman marry you, and that woman is timeless Tony Storm, who's one of the most influential women in professional wrestling. And obviously it ain't because of your good looks, it's because your fucking tools that you got in your tool belt.
Mhm.
So I will agree with you, Sangria. I will go with Juice Robinson.
Wait.
With
I got a
rock
question.
hard. Rock fucking hard.
All right, and I got a real question.
Uh-oh.
All right. Same thing. You can switch dicks, but it's only married guys in wrestling. You can't pick Juice because we all know we would all love to taste Tony Storm, but you get to taste it fresh out of that thing. So you got to pick a married guy who has a hot wife or girlfriend, fresh out of that thing. Who you picking?
I know I'm forgetting somebody.
We're probably all forgetting somebody.
Forgetting somebody.
Okay, look, we got. I mean, there's some heavy hitters.
Sky Blue ain't married.
Sky Blue, right? We got to think of some heavy hitters. Like you got Mike Kanellis, you got Karrion Kross.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Think about it. Who else we got?
Fuck.
You can have anybody. You can have anybody who's banging Cora Jade. Maybe Braun Breaker.
You said married. You said married.
I said married or dated. Sorry, married or dated to make it more fun. Tyler Great
dated?
with Sol Ruka.
Okay. The proto star. What's his name?
Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher.
Sky Blue. He fucked Sky Blue. Bam.
Did he really?
They're fucking right now.
They're dating.
Oh.
Yeah, they're dating in real life.
Well done, Sangria. I'm taking Karrion Kross. You're fucking crazy. I'm taking Karrion Kross. I won. Tastes fresh
Oh
scarlet
yeah,
in the
I'm
morning.
taking Karrion Cross. When you got a chick that's screaming in the song "Fall and Pray," yeah, I'm taking that fucking Killer Cross D all fucking day.
Talk about freaking the sheets. Oh
Mhm.
boy.
Thought about taking Buddy Murphy for a second.
Oh shit, Ryan Cabrera, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, we could have taken. You could have taken Ryan. Could have taken Ryan.
Well, since we're on the subject,
Okay.
we do have a question from old Cynic. He shot me a question. He says, if you boys had to get pink eye for a month, but can catch the stink face from any woman in the
Okay.
NXT, in WWE NXT included, who would it be?
Stephanie Valkyrie or Miss Parker.
Well, it wasn't done.
Okay.
To make things interesting, you can't choose Stephanie Valkyrie.
I find Miss Parker. I still got Miss
Aka.
Miss Parker. She can
Lola
even do the
Vice.
step. She can do the
Lola.
step to me. Oh yeah, there we go.
Lola Vice, baby. Sticks.
Since you guys choose two good ones, I'll take Cora Jade.
It's not a bad choice. Not a bad choice.
Not bad, not bad. Again, from
Oh, we could have taken Jasmine Nix.
yeah.
Jasmine Nix.
Why did the bad guy in Harry Potter not have a nose?
I don't know. Maybe he's white.
I don't know anything about fucking Harry Potter. Never
I watched the movies,
never
but I
got it.
don't. It's probably in the books, nigga. Read it. Who answered that? Who asked that question?
The sheriff, because he's on the Harry
Oh,
Potter.
because he's watching Harry Potter. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
the
he's
rest
watching
of the
them. I think he's watching them out of order though. So,
The rest of the questions are from the sheriff.
all right.
It's got HBK's eye, Triple H's nose, Road Dogg's hair from his run, and China's clam. But the rest of it is Rhea Ripley. You fucking it?
How drunk am I?
That's some Mr. Potato Head shit going on
That
here.
is,
We got
man.
Frankenstein parts from everybody.
Hold on. HBK's eye.
We got the wonky eye, Triple H's nose, Road Dogg's hair, and China's clam. But everything
Road
else,
Dog with the braids.
braids. Yeah. So we got Rhea's titties, we got Rhea's ass, Rhea's
Mhm.
legs, Rhea's torso, and arms.
And arms, but with braids, a big nose, and a wonky eye. He didn't say, yeah, I can hit that shit with back shots all night and get the braids in my hair like this.
Well, here's the thing. You could also fuck that eye back to straight after fucking about 3-4 hours of just fucking wild shit. So
The solution to this is lights out.
Just back shots.
I don't know who looked at a chicken and thought, I'm gonna eat that fucked up bird, but I'm really glad they did. Not a question, but thank you for the thoughts.
That would be niggas when they were slaves.
no, that was Colonel Sanders listening to some ninjas in the fucking cotton fields, and it was like, God damn, these boys not only are hard workers, but they're hard thinkers.
Jesus Christ.
He says last one wasn't a question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Stream of consciousness. I'm eating chicken Alfredo.
Of course.
I couldn't call this. He asked our favorite ice cream flavor too. That's fucking weird. What kind of porn do you think crazy people jerk it to? Like, I bet Hitler was into midget shit. Gotta be it's
Yeah.
gotta be the fucking the shitting and pissing on people.
Definitely. Now, I bet Hitler was into all black porn because he couldn't take the chance of the white bitch being a Jew in the porno. His soul just wouldn't let him beat it to that shit.
Sticks.
He's probably watching Asian or all black. He was definitely in some interracial shit.
Probably either foot shit or probably like C's already said, probably like some fucking Asian fucking schoolgirl. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do here. Please help me, sir. Type of shit.
Definitely was in schoolgirl shit.
Watching hentai and shit. All right,
Yeah.
well, now we're
Yeah.
going to switch over to the tripod part of this combination episode. We'll be right back. So TNA had themselves a little PLE PPV. It was called Rebellion. And I did not watch any of it, but these two gentlemen did. So I will read off the Wikipedia page and they will give their thoughts on the results. Apparently, there was a pre-show. Cesar, did you catch the pre-show?
That'd be a negative.
Sticks, we had Fatal Influence and that's a weird way to put it. Anyway, with Fatal
Yeah,
Influence.
I didn't catch the pre-show either, so we can just go ahead and skip the pre-show.
Good. So the show starts with Moose Ultimate X match for the TNA X Division Championship. Moose, Casey Navarro, Leon Slater, aka Black Cynic, Matt Cardona, El Hijo del Vikingo, and Sidney Akeem, aka Scripps. So how did this one go down, Sticks? What did you think of the Ultimate X match that started Rebellion?
This was your typical Ultimate X match. There was a lot of fucking action going on. I'll just give my highlight was fucking Leon Slater climbing the fucking one of the posts that holds the fucking rope, and he did a fucking what was it, a 450 swanton onto everybody, and everybody was able to catch the lower half, but then like the upper half of that guy's body fucking bounced. Like his fucking arms and it's like bam, and I was like, fuck, this dude probably fucked himself up. And within like 2 seconds later, he is up. Fucking just like, I don't know if it's the adrenaline running on through him or something like that, but he's fucking back up, fucking mad flexing. Came down to him and Moose at the end. A little bit of a controversial ending because when you do unstrap the title, you need to come down with both feet on the ground with the title. And I mean, clear. When I went back and kind of caught some of the highlights, it looked like when he came down, he dropped the title, kind of to do it on purpose to make sure there wasn't any fuck shit, because it allowed when he was coming down, Moose speared him, dropped the title. Moose was able to pick up the championship and retain. Outside of that, I mean, you can look past that, but this match, I thought this was a great fucking opening match for TNA, and it's an Ultimate X match. So those things usually fucking have some fucking killer moves and a lot of fucking spots.
Wow, Moose is really building a resume for best X Division champion here. Cesar, what were your takes on this Ultimate X match?
Yeah, great way to start the show. The clip of him doing that 450 splash on everybody. Literally, I just saw it on Instagram on fucking Sports Center. ESPN. No, sorry, not Sports Center. ESPN. Yeah, the ESPN Instagram page posted the clip of that spot. So crazy that it's getting. I mean, maybe Final Boss is right. Yeah, man. Wrestling's cool again, man. But yeah, the only little fuckery is that part at the end, because I think Moose was supposed to spear him in the air and he drops the title, but it kind of like one foot hit the ground. But they reiterate that right when he's up there taking the strap off, is like you have to remove the strap and touch the ground in order to win. Which gave Moose enough time to get in the ring. Moose has a fear of heights, as we all know, which is funny with Ultimate X. Alicia Edwards tried to climb that shit, and she fell off, but he caught her, and he was holding her like this, and then fucking dirty ass Zack Ryder super kicked that nigga, and he threw that bitch, and she went flying. But it was funny because Moose was talking to her. He's like, come on. He's like, please, come on, get your ass up there. I got you. I'll pick your ass up. I got you. Please. Scripps hit some flippy shit in the ring. Hit a little Javon Evans. Little back shit off with the cutter. Zack Ryder looked good, or whatever the fuck his name is now, nigga. I don't care.
Plus, they also talked about how Moose is going to have to wrestle again because JDC had some travel issues, and he was going to have to team with
the rest
Myers
of the
and Edwards later.
And not triple threat, but it's the 3-on-3. So, but still, it was a good match. Everybody got their shit in. Everybody got their shit off, and then the old Moose with a killer ass run.
Well, up next was a four-way tag team match for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. We had the Elegances versus the Metaphor versus
Mhm.
Spitfire versus Gigi and Tatum. Caesar, how did this one turn out?
This also turned out good. It came clusterfucking on at the end, but what did you expect? Um, yeah, the ladies showed up and showed out. The elegances came out to some bunny suits, looking like Playboy hoes. The Meta Girls. Oh, Ariana Grace was ringside. The Meta Girls came out. Ariana Grace was pretty funny on the stick. She was like, Jakara gave me her lollipop to hold because we are such good friends, and she trusts me. So let's go. And then old Aiden English, older English, and had some fuckery to say. He said that's why she didn't
Well,
give her
didn't they also say something about how was it Lash had burned her hand with like a hair fucking
hair
straightener or something
fucking
like that?
straightener or something. Yeah. Like Lasha burned her hand, and then one of the bitches from Spitfire had broke her hand, so she was in a cast, kind of. Uh, dude, it was a bunch of fuckery. Um, and then yeah, the ladies got off. Lash and Jakar. Lash was throwing bitches at one point, throwing everybody, and it bitch even threw Jakar on all the bitches on the outside. Um, yeah, they were cooking. Everybody was cooking. Who was that third bitch with the? I don't know who that bitch was. There was a third bitch with Ash and Heather.
Yeah, I
Um,
forget I forget what her name is, but I know I can picture her now who you're talking about.
yeah. So Gigi and them went to get the dub, but it was the wrong person. No. That was the NXT match. Sorry. Gigi and them just got thrown out, and then somebody was on top getting ready to win, but the third bitch pushed that bitch, and then Ash and Heather hit their shit, and then they got the dub, so they kept the belts.
Okay, Sticks, was this a good showing from the knockouts?
Yeah, Caesar explained most of it. This was a hell of a good match to have follow up Ultimate X. All the girls got their stuff in. Jakar, Jackson, and Lash continue to prove by their a legit threat in the women's division. There was a little bit of a slip up. I think when Jakara she was on Lash's shoulders and she went to go jump, she kind of slipped, so it kind of killed a little. She didn't get as much air momentum, but I mean, you're gonna have that shit happen when you're in a match like that. When you're gonna actually use your partner or another person as like a springboard or something like that. But outside of that, all the women cooked. It was a great match to have follow Ultimate X.
Man, they're packing these matches. Everyone's getting that pay-per-view payday.
Oh yeah, girl.
Oh, fuck. Speaking of which, six-man tag match next. It's Ace Austin and the Rascals versus the System. How did this one go, Sticks?
This one they had the system. Obviously, that of course they had Alicia Edwards. Well, uh, Rascals and Ace Austin they had Sean Waltman, which these guys Ace Austin came out first. He had uh Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass themed trunks on. The Rascals they all came out as dressed as like Attitude Era DX people. Then they brought out Sean Waltman. This is a good match. I mean, this is a good six-man tag. Like they had said before, Moose had competed in Ultimate X and was gonna have to do this again. A lot of great spots. I mean, the Rascals and Ace Austin. You know, with these guys combined, they're gonna get great. We had a Bronco Busters. We had an X Factor from Sean Waltman on to Alicia Edwards because she tried to get on that fuck shit. Um, and Zachary Wentz pinned Moose, so he pinned the X Division champion. So we had a former X Division champion pinning the current X Division champion. So I mean, I could see that opening up maybe a future X Division championship match down the road. I wouldn't be mad at it. Zachary Wentz, he's been on one, so he's been putting out some pretty good stuff. This match, this is a good follow. I mean, I wasn't just there was only one match I was really disappointed in. Otherwise, these matches just they kept flowing. Like it wasn't a bad flowing of matches till we got to the one, which I'll obviously tell you about when we get to it.
Man, Caesar, I still can't believe fucking X-Pac tore his asshole open doing the fucking Bronco Buster.
The
That's
greatest
so,
story ever, bro.
jeez, oh,
Should have been padded up in the butt cheeks, bro.
oh man, he needs to wear a diaper next time when he does that.
Mhm.
Well, what were your thoughts on this six-man tag?
No, really good match. Everybody flowed well. All professionals here. Rascals who tied together. Ace Austin, who is a tag team specialist. The System, multiple time tag team guys, and then motherfucking Moose, the realest nigga in the room, according to the sheriff. Uh, he can't say it, but I'll say it for him. Yeah, it's a great match. Crazy. Moose literally took one match off, bro. I mean, he was literally like, all right, I gotta fight 5 other assholes, and then I gotta fight 3 other assholes. So getting that double check money, repping the System. A good fuck the System chant broke out. You know what I'm saying? Always good times. And Moose was looking over there like, fuck y'all too. Um, but yeah, everybody got their shit in. Real good match. They had a lot of good tag team moves put together. But yeah, there was a triple Bronco Buster that was dope. Uh, yeah, and the X Factor. So I guess he had the diaper on the night. To Alicia Edwards, no doubt. Yeah, so he had the diaper on the night. So he was cooking, and then yeah, Moose got pinned after getting the win. So he takes, but then he gives back. Man, that's real nigga.
He had a hell of a win to start and then took an L for old Cheddar Zach. Not bad, Moose. But up next, it was McLean. Steve McLean, of course, the first ever TNA International Champion, taking on old EY. Caesar, how did this one turn out?
Yeah, man, this just turned out as 2 fucking guys who've wrestled each other for so long. You know, they just got chemistry and good shit. Um, the what's that nigga called? The Mayhem Cracker. I'm calling him the Mayhem Cracker. The Murder Mayhem Cracker, who can't die from prison. EY brought his ass out. Everybody had the mask on. He had them other 2 crackers with him. They was all rocking them. Them
He
Casey
came out to a
Jones.
different song too. That was the guy.
Yeah,
That
it
what
wasn't his
threw me
normal
off.
song. I like the other song. Um, I ain't care for this song, so I didn't really listen. I was waiting.
Was it for a faction or was it his actual individual song?
I guess we'll find out Thursday.
Oh, all right.
See if they come out together. But I like the other song with that cracker screaming into that microphone. That shit's good. But yeah, they came out with their Casey Jones shit on. And then old Steve McLean, you know what I'm saying, came straight from Nakatomi Plaza with his front towards enemy jacket on, all dead cow. You know what I'm saying? He out there whooping ass, taking names. This was good ass match, bro. It's just what it was. Just a good ass, clean ass match. EY, you know, tried to cheat. Got his monkey ass whipped, and old Steve McLean got the dub. That bitch in the back was talking. I think she was talking to him after the match or something, asking him like, "How is it going to be with his first title defense?" Or maybe she asked him after the match. But yeah, that nigga looked tired as shit. I was like, "Damn, man, what you been up? You been up fucking all night? Why that nigga so tired?"
But he did have enough strength to go home and pound Deanna Purrazzo's sniz. Just enough strength.
I would have. I'd have beat the brakes off of. Give it a win too. I'd have hit that bitch wearing a title. You know that's right. I was like, bitch, you ain't even wrestling this weekend. Come on, give me them cheeks. So yeah, he went home, beat them cheeks, still with the title. Nothing wrong with this match either. Shit was good.
Yeah, Sticks, what did you think of the first ever defense of the TNA International Championship?
I thought it was a great match. Like Cesar said, you had the EY and them came out, new song, Casey Jones masks. McLean came out. He had the one that EY gave him. He takes the belt off, takes the mask off, throws it on the ground, smashes the mask. You see the pieces fly everywhere. Cesar talked about not McKenzie was trying to interview him before the match, and it was just like he wasn't there. Didn't get any answers or anything like that. The guy he snapped out of it, got into it. It was a great match. Both these guys had fought each other before, really good friends. Back and forth was great. McLean got busted open at one point. I'd be surprised if this was the last match between these guys because after McLean got the dub. I think it was was it a small package or a roll up?
Yeah. I think it was the most dangerous move in
Yeah.
sports entertainment.
So he got that, was able to get a successful title defense, got jumped by those guys. They EY ended up hitting him with like a chain, and then all three of those guys were trying to hang him from like a top rope from outside with the chain. Didn't really kind of worked out, but I mean, you got the idea of it. Then EY picked the title and held the chain. So I imagine we're probably not done with it yet. But I mean, these guys are good. They're professionals. EY's an utmost great professional, and McLean is one of the most underrated wrestlers I think in TNA. So I mean, if we get one more match out of these two, I don't think it'll disappoint. I think these guys are going to be great. The chemistry in the ring was good. I thought this was another great match to have following good matches that we've had so far.
Oh wait, I forgot about something, Sangria. The pink-haired nigga was in the Ultimate Exit match, and your boy AJ Francis did come in, choke slam somebody, and then say, "Oh yeah, we about that money." And then he had that nigga on his shoulder standing up trying to get the title, and then Moose speared his ass, which caused the other nigga to fall, and then powerbombed his ass.
Was it just one person that he hit? I thought he had multiple down payments on in that match.
No, he did hit multiple down. Yeah, he cleared the ring. Sorry, he cleared the ring of the scrub down payment.
He was supposed to be on commentary, but then fuckface Fanigan was like, "Oh, that's too bad. We're having some technical difficulties." Oh,
yeah, and then he came and hit some down payments, and then when the ring was clear and there was just Navarro left, he was like, "Yeah, get up there, because we getting this money." But
Well,
no sweet Tennessee whiskey, so I was a little upset. I could have taken at least one. Just
we can catch it over on Thursday. But Sticks, I forgot to mention. Cynic said that not only has he won the actual YouTube championship in his indie run, but he won the tag team championship as well. And he said his tag team partner has the same hairline as you. He wanted me to say that.
yeah, that's why he's fucking winning, because he's getting with somebody who's fucking great and is gonna carry his fucking whatever fucking face paint, fucking fake ass, fucking Better Call Saul lawyer looking ass all throughout fucking matches. So I mean, yeah, you're welcome, Cynic. You're fucking welcome.
I don't even know if he's gonna listen this far in, but hey, Cynic, I dropped it in there. Sorry I didn't mention it when you asked.
He said this nigga's dead weight. He said Nicky Goose.
Fucking dead weight suit, fucking fake Italian looking fucking ass. Fuck yeah.
This nigga watered down 2 dimes, getting killed 2 weeks into NXT.
Oh, watered down fucking Better Call Saul looking motherfucker.
Well, following that match was a Falls Count Anywhere match between Mike Santana and Mustafa Ali.
Mm-hmm.
How did this one turn out, Sticks?
Fuck, this was something, man. I mean, these guys, they used their environment. Of course, you had with it being Falls Count Anywhere, it was anything goes. So you had the fucking, you had all these fucking people get in there. I mean, fucking Tasha Steeles went through a fucking table with Santana, which I will say that Santana did a hell of a good job of making sure she took as little damage as possible.
Fucking powerbombed this bitch through a table.
Yeah, and this motherfucker broke the table. Like, it was like a sit-down powerbomb. Like, he broke
to the outside. To the outside. From the
outside.
From the side.
So that she took little damage as possible. Like, I see that. It's like, yeah, that's how you would want to do that. Do a move like that. Mm-hmm. Fucking the Great Hands got handcuffed. We had a superplex off the stairs. This motherfucker set like the bottom part of the stairs up.
He set the stairs like this. Like the long part.
It was like far. It was like this far up more than the turnbuckle. And I was like, fuck. Yeah. The Great Hands are gonna have to make sure these stairs don't fall, because you always think of the worst thing that could happen. Like, you're always thinking that they're gonna fucking fall, it's gonna fuck everything. Because he put it, was it through a table or just onto the ring? I can't remember.
It was through a table. It was through a table.
So
remember it cut the way it broke. It cut up Mustafa's back, and he had he was bleeding like this long on his back. It was like kind of from like behind his armpit down his back after he hit the table.
Yeah, this match was possibly the best match of the night. I mean, obviously because
it was
one, it
best
was
match tonight. If I had to rate
yeah,
it, this was my beer cheese.
yeah, this was mine too. I had three really good matches. This was the one that took the fucking beer cheese. I mean, just there how they were able to. You try not to give your beer cheese to a gimmick match, but when you do, they use their environment to the best of their abilities. And these guys did. Like that superplex was done perfectly. There was no fuck ups, no anything. The great hands are handcuffed, each handcuffed. They're at the bottom of those fucking steps. So I was thinking those guys are gonna have to fucking lean into it to make sure that step doesn't fucking fall. They didn't have to do that. Like this match was great. Santana is continuing his rise as being the guy that you could put the rocket to for TNA and could be like the TNA champion 4 or 5 months down the road if you decide to take it off Joe Hendry either because of injury or you just want to go a different direction. But this match was fucking great.
I think I just noticed the match you're disappointed in, Sticks. Cesar, Falls Count Anywhere. What did you think?
Yeah, man, this was good, bro. Mustafa came down with some Bollywood hoes, you know what I'm saying, hitting a little dance. Then he came down with his people, security guards, you know. Then he came in. Mike Santana had like famous Latin boxers, had all these boxing fight. He came through the crowd and got it cooking right away. He almost fucked up. He almost fucked up in the beginning because they came in and started attacking him, and then Mustafa Ali was outside, so he ran. He did the shit where you run up the turnbuckle and springboard.
Oh, yeah, he did fuck up because he slipped and Ali couldn't get there in time to be able to catch
but he literally like brought a hand down and hit him. He was supposed to like land on Ali to begin the match, but like he slipped and fell early, and when Ali ran up, like he barely got like an arm and kind of like hit him. They saved it a little, but you could tell they were just hyped for this match. Hit that nigga with at least $48 worth of popcorn because they were fighting on the outside, and some fan had a big tub of popcorn, so Santana grabbed it and then fucking smacked Ali with it. Popcorn went everywhere. Then they're fighting down, and another fan had a box of popcorn. He started shaking it. Santana said, "All right, nigga," grab that shit. Hit that motherfucker with the popcorn again. That was dope, man. You know, getting a good old crowd involvement. One part they got to like a hallway where the people come in on the outside, and it was all security putties. So he was whooping their monkey ass, and then the good hand came out, and Mustafa Ali was climbing up the barricade, so he jumped off of some shit. But
you had a 450 through the fucking table.
Yeah, but yeah,
on the outside of the fucking
all the table spots. The only one in the ring was the superplex. The good hand were gonna handcuff Santana, but of course he got over on him, and handcuffed them, and they were literally in front of the steel steps because he put it in the ring earlier, and then so the steel step was in the corner, like this, against the corner, and then he handcuffed the good hand that way, so they were literally sitting up against. He kept kicking them. Some of them kicks are fucking real. Like them niggas. I was like, damn, nigga, I'm just taking them kicks for real. But yeah, he hit a 450 on the outside. The good hand beat up Santana, put him on the table, hit the 450 through that table. Hit Tasha Steelz with that powerbomb. She ate that shit. And it was great when they hit the first table. I think Mustafa hit it a little too hard because he saw Santana talking. He was like, pin me, so he could kick out. Camera was just too close. But yeah, this was the beer cheese match of the night. It was really, really good. Santana got busted open by a steel bat wrapped in barbed wire that Santana brought into the ring. And then sometime after the superplex, Tasha Steelz got involved, and that's when he hit Mike with it, and it got stuck in his hair, so he literally had to like yank that bitch out. And then he was celebrating too much, and then Cracker had to.
Yeah, then Ali tried hitting him. I think when Santana was making his comeback, he went to go swing it. The fucker caught it on his fucking side,
on his ribs. and like
Yeah.
went like this and caught it,
Oh my-
headbutted that motherfucker. He turned around, hit the ropes, dropped the bat, spun the fucking block, and then put his ass out for the one,
Was
two,
he
three.
was he cut up from catching the
I
bat?
didn't even see that. He was cut up. He was cut up from getting hit in the head earlier, so he's bleeding like shit on his
Yeah.
face.
The good thing about this was like he got cut up and then hit the pin and then won before like the blood could have like any really kind of effect, I guess. So I mean, if you want to look at somebody, you didn't have to stare at like blood or anything like that for really too long. But I mean, this match was fucking great.
For
Match
those
was
of
great.
you still with us, Cesar has a wicked case of the literalies. Up next, it was for the TNA Knockouts World Championship, defending champion Masha Slamovich versus, I am very curious to know how the crowd responded. So, hey, Tessa, we coming for you. Tessa, we coming for you. Oh, Cesar just walked away. So, Sticks, what did you think of this match?
I think this is a good match. The build up for this, Tessa attacked Masha's wrestling trainer. So she came out with the championship, and then I forget the guy's name, but she had a T-shirt that said that his name's I'm a whatever his name was guy T-shirt. Right off the bat, she did her like poses, and then she went for after Tessa. Tessa had a coat on that basically told the Blanchard like wrestler history. It had her dad and her, I believe it had her name at the top of it because she's the current iteration for Blanchard's. I thought this was a good match. Masha was able to get her shit in. Tessa was. Tessa started working on the fucking leg of Masha. But you can just tell like there's a little bit more in this for Masha because of Tessa attacking her wrestling coach and just how she had went after her just personally and mentally wise. So Masha was more involved. She was out to cause more damage, stuff like that. So I thought this was a good women's knockout match. And Masha was able to pick up the dub, and maybe we're done with it. I don't know, but I mean Tessa put the work in, took that L, but took the L as somebody that you would want to be able to take that L.
But the real question, Cesar,
Yep.
is how is that crowd? They had to have been hating.
Oh yeah, they always hating. They always hating on that beach. I can't remember halfway through this match if they were still hating or not. But they were hating hard at the beginning. So it made it great.
She's a
But
racist.
yeah, you know it. No, she was good though. She was good. Yeah, Tessa working the body, working the legs, working the knee. Masha just fighting for her life because that bitch crazy.
Yeah, because Masha hit her with a lot of shit. Like she hit her with the snowplow like super early in the fucking match.
She hit her with
And she
like
kicked
three
out.
signatures to start off the match. And then like Tessa kept kicking out. And then later in the match, like Tessa was hitting shit out of the corner, just beating this bitch and fucking like what she do, like the behind the arm, like DDT shit. She was hitting like code breakers. She was cooking. I was like, damn, these bitches is out here fighting. It was great. It was a real good match. The first of their triple main event of the evening.
Did they ever win the crowd over?
Towards the end.
Okay.
And I think it was after this match they announced the new Knockouts signee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
No,
that.
it was either. No, it was before this match.
Was it before this match? I thought it was after.
Yeah, it
this
was
match.
after the
I
Mike
could be
Santana
wrong.
match. Yeah, I think it was before.
Okay. Okay.
They announced Indy Hartwell got signed to TNA, and then she's gonna get probably a ring time or an interview tomorrow, Thursday. But then yeah, they had the match. Match was good. Yeah, I think they won the crowd over towards the end, but the crowd was going for obviously Masha who won.
Yeah.
But no, still Tessa looked good and lost. So.
Well, good to see that Indy Hartwell is still getting a paycheck.
Yep.
Up next was the match that I saw, and I was like, I would have for sure skipped this. If you don't want to talk about it, I'm fine.
Okay.
The tag team championship match.
Well, it led from last week. It was just they beat them niggas at the Hardy compound. And then they came out wearing the titles. And I was like, because I didn't watch it last week because I was out doing
Me
ignorant
neither.
shit, hood rat shit with my friends. Um, well, yeah, and I was just like, they came in. I was like, why these, why these, why Dolphin them have got the title? Why they got the titles? Then Crackers came in, and they were saying these the TNA champions. Uh, Ryan Nemeth sucks. Let's just call spade a spade. This nigga's trash. Okay. This nigga's trash. I see why he wasn't being used on AEW. This nigga's trash. Uh, Dolph carried. This nigga's trash. Matt and Jeff Hardy are still drunk. Matt Hardy interrupted a pin by stepping all on the ref. Halfway in the match, he was trying to step over her to beat up Ryan Nemeth and like literally stop the bitch's count at 2. Jeff couldn't even kick out. Just stop the bitch's count. I was like, this nigga on drugs. Dolphin them won though. And Ryan Nemeth got the pin on old Jeff. And the bitches still went crazy when they took their shirts off.
I would have for sure used this as my bathroom match. Sticks, any 2 cents on this one?
Yeah, like Cesar said, Matt fucked up the goddamn 3 count when they did their 2-move finisher. Stopped the refs count. Dolph fucking ended up hitting him with the move, and then tagged his little brother in the field to pick up the dub. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping this is the one and done, but I have a feeling it's gonna be like a 2 or 3 month fucking feud with these guys that I'm totally gonna not be interested in.
I agree. Up next might be the most disappointing match in Styx's opinion. It's for the TNA Championship. It's a 3-way. Joe Hendry versus the King. Frankie Kazarian versus All Ego. Styx. What did you think about the main event of Rebellion?
Oh, it was a good match. I didn't have my hopes high on this, is for the fact that with all the attention that Joe Hendry brings to TNA, but also brings the TNA as their champion, you're not going to pull off him losing a championship with this. I mean, the guy, it's amazing how in TNA they talked about how this guy had an injury. But yet, when we saw him at WrestleMania, he didn't have any fucking kinesio tape on. And even when he was on NXT, they didn't talk about it. But when this guy shows up, he's on TNA TV like, oh, he's got that shoulder injury, he's got a rotator cuff injury, all that stuff. I mean, it was a good match. It was. I mean, like I said, if you wouldn't have had this in the main event, you would have had the false count anywhere. But you're gonna have this because it's your heavyweight championship match spot. I thought it was a good match. All Ego and Kaz, they both want that title. Joe Hendry's gonna try to play defense. I guess if I was Kazarian, I wouldn't have. They talked about how he used his call the shot gauntlet trophy. Like this was his call the shot, and I would have been like, I don't think I would have done it there. But talked about how being in California was home field advantage for Kazarian, which it wasn't because he's a heel. But it was nice that
It
they
was
showed.
in LA, right? And he's from LA.
Yeah, it was at USC's. I don't know if it's like their basketball complex or whatever like that. Which I thought it was a great place to have it. I thought they packed it well. They had it spread out well. I thought it was a great environment for it. And so they talk about him being from like a Yucatan, California. So he's got kind of the home field advantage, but being a heel, you're really kind of not going to. So, but I like how they talked about how All Ego has experience in TNA. They even showed it on like the graphic. Him and Jox Alexander, the longest reigning tag team champions in TNA history. I like how they did that stuff. I like how they can. This is what we talk about with it being with the crossover. You can bring people who are formerly in TNA back over, or even with like Zachary Wentz, you could bring him back over to NXT, but all that stuff. I thought this was a great match. Kazarian them they put their moves on. They got everything. Joe Hendry was able to hit the standing ovation on Ethan Page, which I had a feeling it was probably going to be because he was a former TNA talent, but also he's a former NXT champion and all that stuff. So I mean, I didn't have high hopes in it, but it was a good match. It was a good heavyweight championship match.
It's also a way for Kaz to be like, I didn't get pinned, and try to keep
my
that
rematch.
sort of,
I want my one-on-one rematch. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Cesar, what did you think of the finale of old TNA's Rebellion?
Yeah. No, this was a good match as well. Little fuckery when they had, remember when Kaz was outside with Paige and they kind of threw him and the timekeeper and shit was there? It's like those guys weren't prepared to expect him flying in. So I don't know if it was supposed to be like a back body drop, but Paige kind of like chucked him. Yeah, this shit was crazy. I will say, I don't know. Well, McGarry, you didn't watch it, but goddamn, Mackenzie Mitchell, sick Vic. I was not familiar with your game. I mean, I was. I knew you banging.
He was looking
Mitchell.
good in that all white suit the whole night.
Damn, Mackenzie Mitchell was looking good, looking real good. You know, sick Vic probably swinging. He got to be swinging. I don't know why she's sticking around.
Hey,
For his corny
snitches
ass
get
shit.
stitches, and apparently bitches.
Yeah, apparently so, because she was looking good. She was looking real good. I mean, all night too. Was ready. Shit, they broke a table in this match too. Kaz went through a table, which is why he wasn't there at the end to get a. Kaz looked good though, man, because it was funny. Like the fight when it started, he was getting all the pin tips, and he was getting his shit in, man. He was getting those leg drops off the second rope springboard. He did the slingshot DDT. He was, Kaz was cooking. Nobody really looked weak. But no, they've been teasing that Joe Hendry shoulder shit for a while. Because remember the last TV pay-per-view thing? Kaz cut that promo saying he's gonna take Joe Hendry's shoulder out. But yeah, they didn't say anything at WrestleMania, and they didn't they didn't say he was wearing the shirt on Tuesday. But still, yeah, it's also the shoulder where he does the standing ovation and shit. And it was the shoulder he had in the chicken wing when he was trying to put Joe Hendry to sleep. And every time Joe Hendry looked down, man, the Crackers was, we believe. And then, he get that heart on again. And he started whooping ass, you know what I'm saying, taking names like only Cracker can. But no, still a great triple threat. Yeah, he pins old Ego. So Kaz doesn't get his he doesn't get his world championship, and old Ego goes back to NXT, but still hard fought match. It was really good. It was a good main event.
Well, Rebellion sounds like something I probably should have been able to watch, but times are tough, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
But until next time, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I can now see my subscribers, by the way. That's pretty cool. That was a new feature on YouTube. But until next time, since it's a combined episode, all hail our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and we give that big ups to Stallion Pete.